1 year ago, he learned the truth.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And his first year at Hogwarts School became legend. And so, for Harry Potter and his friends, another year begins.
Bloody bird's a menace.
Their education in the magical arts continues.
Pixies?
Laugh if you will, Mr. Finnegan. See what you make of them. No!
Old rivalries grow stronger.
Slytherin's got a new seeker.
Malfoy? You'll never catch me, Potter!
And something in the school's dark past will be awakened.
The Chamber of Secrets has indeed been opened.
Unless the culprit is caught, it is likely the school will be closed.
Harry Potter must go home.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
Here's the plan. You disguise yourselves as Crabbe and Goyle.
Are we going to drink that?
Yes.
Harry?
Ron. Excellent.
This year,
Harry!
Warner Brothers Pictures presents
How dare you steal that car!
the next chapter of Harry Potter, where the past will return and the struggle for the future of Hogwarts will begin. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Let us hope that Mr. Potter will always be around to save the day.
Don't worry. I will be.
Turn to page 394.
Hey guys, why the long faces?
Who is that? That man?
He's a murderer.
Sirius Black has escaped from Azkaban prison.
Sirius Black is the reason the Potters are dead.
And now he wants to finish what he started.
I want you to swear to me you won't go looking for Black.
Why would I go looking for someone who wants to kill me?
Harry Potter.
There's something moving out there.
It was a Dementor, one of the guards of Azkaban, searching the train for Sirius Black.
It is not in the nature of a Dementor to be forgiving.
I hope he finds me. Because when he does, I'm going to be ready. You must look beyond.
Filthy little mudblood.
Foul, loathsome, evil little cockroach. Oh, that felt good.
Expecto Patronum!
Oh, hey. After all that excitement, how's it going? Decided I would stream today just because it's fairly exciting. The goal here is to start assembling the playfield, the new playfield with the artwork and all the changes and redesign and all the stuff I've been working on over the past year. It's kind of gonna come together. At least that's the goal. So, let's see. We do this. Alright. So you can see I got a camera over top of the playfield. That is the new playfield with the artwork that I designed myself. Clear coated myself. Everything I've done has been myself. I don't own a printer, so I hired a service to print it, but all the creative work has been done by me. So, pretty exciting stuff. That's back behind me there. So, where to start? Guess the first thing I could do is maybe give a little overview of some of the Macs. Let me do this. Alright. Hopefully everything looks and sounds good. Oh, hold on. There we go. Single mic. Okay. So, first on the mech list here. This is the kind of the bread and butter of the whole subway system. It's going to handle all of the ball management, staging all of the VUCs that make up the Flu network. So the Flu network, and maybe I can pull this up here. Give me 1 second. Go. There we go. Which folder? There we go. So there is a look at the whole subway system. It's made up of, well, you got 2 troughs. You've got 1, 2, 3 VUCs. All 3 of the VUCs that are out on the playfield, you can shoot with the ball. And when that happens, that's where this mech comes into play. So if you shoot, let's get this oriented right. If you shoot this with a ball, I added on this whole extra mech. I sistered it onto the VUC that I got from Pinball Life. I Frankensteined the VUC, did some cutting of the metal, added another pair of optos, and then did a bunch of holes and stuff down here and turned this bracket around here. So, a whole lot of modifications to this, but this is what is necessary to allow me to, let me find the ball. There we go, okay. So let's say there's a ball sitting in here already, and that ball was staged via that whole subway circuit that you're looking at on the screen there. Now let's say you shoot it from the playfield. This whole extra mech creates essentially a diverter. I call it forks because originally it was going to be bent sheet metal that looked like forks. But I'm doing some 3D printing initially here, and hopefully it'll hold up. I've got to reprint this because I added some spacers to keep it centered and whatnot, and some tolerances for some washers. But initially, you shoot that, it sets on top of this diverter. Then, while that is sitting there, I sense it with these 2 opto sensors. And then underneath, the subway's coming off the back end here, and I'll lightly pulse the coil to kick this ball back into the subway system. And if you're looking at the rendering on screen there, it only has to come back up a few inches away from the buck. And then I have diverters that as it rolls back, it'll roll down to the actual troughs. So you can kind of see them on the screen there. So like right here where my mouse is, this just uses just like a small like gate coil, and that lowers this diverter into the subway. So when the second coil clears that ball from the buck back up here, optos sense it, this diverter is triggered, and then it rolls around the buck and all the way back down to the troughs. Same concept applies to this buck over here. It kicks it back up, this diverter would lift out of the way, and it rolls back down this way, and then when it gets down there, the whole circuit will fire. So down, you can't really see it in this image. There you go. So down here is a kicker that will feed this whole circuit. So if you shoot this right VUC, what I call the fluid network, it clears the ball out of it. That ball then rolls back down here. That coil then fires, and a diverter up here kicks it over this way, and then it cycles all the way back down into the troughs. So it does all of that just so that the ball that is setting on top inside the VUC can then be safely dropped into place. So this retracts, which I'm holding it at an angle, but that retracts, the ball then drops down into there. And then the diverter releases, the fork or diverter goes back into place, and that way you can shoot the scoop again, and the other ball, whatever you shoot from the playfield, will once again stage on top. So, pretty elaborate design. Well, it's not too elaborate. The engineering that went in to figure out how to do this was elaborate for my brain, but it's a pretty simple design. You've just got these two pins in a slot, and then retract the diverter. Boom, ball is staged. And that's a rusty ball. So yeah, very, very important mech. It's very crucial that I get this to work right, because the whole subway system depends on it. Oh, I guess I accidentally switched to a top-down view. So there you go. You've got the two troughs. Those are custom designed troughs because I have a whole unique subway system, and the troughs had to be lower enough to be able to accept balls from a subway. And then let me switch images here. Wrong way. So in here, if you look at the right trough, in the path of the VUC, the one that shoots the ball onto the playfield, is another diverter. And that diverter is right here. So I have to order a different length plunger for this, because I designed this mech for a different length plunger where the coil stop is. So I got to order that. I got to reprint this whole thing here. I made a few changes. I had to put some stops on here so that when the spring returns it, that it stops itself from coming out of the coil. So I got to reprint that. And then once I do, this whole thing you're kind of looking at there mounts like that underneath the playfield. This chute here sets over top of the VUC that feeds the playfield with all of your balls. But then, let's say you shoot the left scoop, the left flue, we'll call it, which is this one here. Let's say you shoot that. Now you've got a ball on top here. There's a ball underneath that needs to be cleared out. So while it does all of that, I don't want to have to sit here and wait for this to cycle. The whole point of the flue network is it's supposed to be magical and instantaneous. So while it does all of the ball management here, it clears this ball out, it feeds down here, it drops the top ball down into place so it's staged and ready. Well, over here on this right flue network, or in this back flue that feeds Hogwarts, there are balls staged in those VUCs already. And the point of that is so that when you shoot this left flue, the right flue instantly shoots out another ball with a flash of green light. So the whole point of that is to give this illusion of instantaneous flue network ball transfer. And it can either come out of the right flue or the sorting hat flue. So whichever flue you didn't shoot, it can come out of one of the other two. And I control that via code based on, I built this whole subway system in its own its own set of code that really manages the availability and treats the whole system as a closed network. So yeah. And then also, you can kind of see here, so there's a drop point here from the playfield, there's a drop here, and a drop here, there's a drop here underneath the Whomping Willow. So there's multiple drops into the subway system. At any point when you shoot any of those drop points, or a magnet grabs it and drops it in here, I call for a ball to the playfield from the flue network, and then it will pick one of the 3 available devices. I can also control it and set conditions as to, like, mode based. If I want it to always shoot out of the left so it feeds your left flipper, I can do that. So yeah, this is part of that subway system. And what I was getting to is, in its normal state, right here, in its normal state, that sets over top of the VUC and allows the balls to feed up to the playfield. But then, when the subway is hit and a ball ejects out of another device, this can then retract, and then the right trough can feed a ball into that subway circuit and allow proper staging throughout. So I'm pretty proud of this whole design. It's very unique, and hopefully it works. I think it will. I've got the code built to a point where, at least in virtual MPF, it functions correctly. Like, you can trigger a VUC and it'll automatically select one of the others. I also use the whole flue network for mode starts, so you shoot the center turnaround shot, magnet will grab the ball, drop it into the subway, and then it'll select one of the other 3 VUCs to eject a ball from after it plays the video in the intro to the mode. So yeah, those are those mechs. What else can I show that's at my desk? So you've got the Prophecy Orb. This is sadly a plastic or acrylic snow globe kit. And I say sadly because you can see the injection molding rings there. I sprayed the interior with a frosted glass spray paint, and the point of that is this globe will be used as a projection screen. And then, I'm not gonna pull that out because it's wired in, but over here is the Pico projector that mounts underneath the playfield. And that'll project into the globe. And it actually works really cool. I can't show you on screen due to I don't want to mess with outputs and all that stuff. Not while I'm streaming, but eventually I'll get a video up showing how that works. So yeah, that's the whole subway system. So there's that. What other mechs do I got laying around? Alright. Here's the center ramp. Turned out pretty cool. Let me show you that in the file here. You got Hogwarts Castle, and through it, in between Quidditch, is the center ramp. So right here. Hey, Hopes 521, thank you, appreciate the follow. So that center ramp is right up through there. The Hogwarts upper playfield is polycarbonate, so you can still see the shots and inserts in the upper part of the playfield there. So this is that. You can see I have a controlled gate on it. So when that activates, it lifts that up out of the way. And that allows the ball to feed the wire form that you see passing through Hogwarts right here. But in its normal state, it's going to be down here. Like that. And you can see this little side exit here. Well, that is because... And let me kind of rotate around here. That's how I feed the Quidditch playfield. So you shoot the center ramp to do your Quidditch practice. Let me hide some layers here. So there you can see it comes up with that gate in its down position. It rolls out the side, feeds through this little sculpted part of Hogwarts into the grandstand here. And then it drops out of that grandstand onto the Quidditch upper playfield. And then, so it'll drop out of there and then roll down to feed your flipper. Poor dog. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. The workshop is looking pretty sweet. A little jealous. So yeah, center ramp, I had to design this gate that allows the ball to either feed the wire form or feed the Quidditch playfield. And then I had to put in this little gate back here that prevents rollback from going back down the ramp. Insulation is not bad. I guess depends on the type of insulation. If it's bat insulation, I actually kind of enjoy that because it's usually pretty easy to just kind of shove it in the cavity and staple the paper. But is that a servo I see below the yellow tower? Yes. So this is the Quidditch, or sorry, not a servo, a stepper. This is the Quidditch upper playfield, and the whole point of this crazy contraption is the playfield itself is polycarbonate, and that playfield raises up and down with the flipper as you're on it. So there's a spinner, which there's one layer that's not modeled here because I couldn't effectively model it in 3D, but I'll grab that. So I'll go grab it in a second. But first, the whole concept of this, and let me just open this. So here you can see the design of it. There's 2 stepper motors that are attached to the polycarbonate piece, and those, where's my joint I want to animate? Where did you go? Should be labeled here on the left. There we go. So if I animate this joint, you can see that whole playfield section raises up and down. It allows you to shoot around it. There will be a spinner on the left side of the scoring rings, and then the 3 Quidditch hoops are 3D printed. They'll have a pair of optos embedded in them, and they'll sense when the ball passes through the scoring ring. I don't know the full rule set for Quidditch yet. Like, maybe you gotta score each of the 3 in order to get an extra ball. Something of that nature. But then there's Quidditch multi-ball. You can see in the back there is a Quidditch chest that locks 3 balls in it. And then once you have 3 balls locked, it releases all 3 onto the Quidditch pitch. They all kind of come down to the main playfield, and you're in a multi-ball. The other part of this that I had to design, because the shape of the Quidditch pitch is very unique in that you have a wide open pitch, but you want to be able to have the thing raise up and down without it looking too funky. So all of the components that are involved in the movement and the flipper is all concealed within each of the grandstands. So that took some design, but you can see the lead screws are concealed by the grandstands here, and then this, which it's just sticking up through it right now, but that'll be correct when I assemble it. The spline shaft here allows me to transfer motion from a normal flipper mech, and I'll go to this view. It allows me to transfer motion from a normal flipper mech, so the spline shaft feeds down into the flipper mech. And then I've got a set of gears here, and this is a linear bearing that transmits rotational motion via that spline shaft. So I can actuate the flipper mech, it rotates, but allows this flipper itself to raise up and down with the playfield. So that took some engineering. Gorin! Hi, Gorin. I know you can't hear me. But yeah. So that's that. Let me go grab the actual playfield. Be back in a sec. Alright. So, first off, table space. So first off, this is the base for it, which these are just placed in there right now. So there's your scoring rings. You can see the optos are kind of in there. Run the wiring through the channel. Bass tone. How's it going? Thanks for joining. I don't stream too often, but I felt like I should today. So yeah, there's your scoring rings. They'll mount there. You can see I've got the lead screws, the steppers. At the top here is a bearing that just keeps the lead screw centered the whole time, and very, very minimal resistance. Wouldn't have really been a problem, but I still wanted that extra stability. And then you can see I've got 2 micro switches here that are for setting home on the steppers. And then in the back is just a linear rail to control the stability of the playfield as it raises up and down, so that way you don't get a whole bunch of front to back rocking. So that's that. And then set that down. There we go. So this is the playfield itself. I just got a mini flipper bat set in there right now. But this is the whole rail the ball rides around. You've got a opto spinner up here. So as you shoot the spinner, that's what controls the raising of the playfield. Andrew. Nobody can. He's under the desk. Yeah. So that's come together pretty well. It's all polycarbonate. That's the Quidditch. What else? Let me see what else is around me, I suppose. So this is a pop-up diverter based off of similar Jersey Jack designs. So that pops up out of the playfield on the left side here. Let me hide Quidditch and drop ramp. And let me hide the sculpts. So that's right here in this left orbit shot. So you shoot here. Typically that goes up this back ramp and feeds the sorting hat diverter. Or I can pop up this diverter and then fling that ball back around this side shot here. And that side shot is hittable from the upper right flipper. But when it back feeds out of there, it kind of trickles down over into the Whomping Willow. So it's kind of a way to feed the Whomping Willow. So that's that diverter. Pretty simple design. Thankfully I had a Godfather in my basement that I could refer to on how they made some of those mechs. So in the back of Godfather, in the left orbit slash kind of center orbit shot, is a diverter similar to this, except it's a different curve. And that just pops down and out of the way. So that's normally up. This one's normally down. This one is part of the center shot here. So let me hide the plastics. Plastics and wireforms. So that's back here. So when you shoot this left side of the center orbit, that'll drop down and create a feed to your upper flipper. So that's that. Here's another one. This is the sorting hat that's back here. So this sorting hat has changed design a little bit. Let me find it, because the latest version isn't linked to this file. So here's the design of that. Slightly different, but much improved over the initial version. I had to figure out how to get that wall mounted on there. And this diverter takes input from 1, 2, 3 ramps, which I hid the drop ramp. Let me go back and unhide that. So there's 3 ramps that feed in, and then it is also fed from the back via this blue duct here, and then outputs many combinations, but this allows you to really change every single shot every time if you want, or have it feed certain places dependent on the mode. Again, another stepper motor. This rotates into position. Underneath, you can see I have a homing switch there. And then another part of this too is I wanted to be able to connect 2 shots that the natural curve wasn't gonna allow, which is why there's a spring-loaded hinge on there. So this allows me, in the design that you see on screen here, allows me to rotate this servo arm, and that'll actuate the side of this to connect 2 other shots. So that turned out pretty good. Pretty excited about that. Not too worried about the functionality of it, so I'm pretty good there, I think. So that is that. And I think I'll show you the drop ramp, I guess. It's pretty big and bulky. There's your drop ramp assembly. And then the top plate for the sorting hat. I've got to attach one more plate with some rivets on the back there. But all of this came together pretty nicely. Got all my hinged ramps on there. And those are held up via the stern Deadpool coil that was on the premium bomb. Alright. So that about kind of sums up all the mechs that I have built. I have an assembly of the Hogwarts Upper Playfield, but I'm making changes to it. More specifically, I'm changing this area here and how all that works. I've got currently designed a servo in here that's supposed to rotate this Peeves, who is sitting on top of a upside down Newton ball. And then I sense when you hit that ball, it kind of swings out to mess with your shots in the Hogwarts playfield. I guess I can show you this part, the rotation, the horizontal spinner that I had designed. kind of move stuff out of the way here. So I gotta redesign a little bit about how this mounts, but... And I gotta peel this back. So the point of this is that it resets in position every time to a hittable position. So that turned out pretty cool. I'm excited with that. Hopefully it should be able to hold up to the impacts. If it doesn't, I'll try a different resin for the print. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I've got the other metal on here kind of bent and in place. This bracket here holds some upside down targets that you can see. Then you've got the Peeves arm that swivels out into place. What's changing is currently I was just using the core of the magnet back here as my kind of swivel point, and I have a thrust bearing in between there, which works, but the more and more I thought about how I'm actually going to turn this arm, it's just not a good design. You see I have a servo with a drive wheel on it, and that was meant to always have constant pressure against the edge of this metal, and then as that drive wheel turns it was supposed to swing this arm, but I feel like that's just going to do nothing but slip and be a problem. Also, how do I kind of reset it to a home position? Either way, I need to add a switch for home, but... So instead of having a magnet back here that was going to kind of stop the ball in the middle of its horizontal spinner, I'm just going to swap that out and put in a DC motor and directly... Woo! Something just moved, there we go. And directly tie this arm to it. And then the design of this, it's in a swivel mount. Right now I have a stainless steel swivel in there. It's kind of stiff. You can see how it like holds position. I have another nylon version that's much more loose and allows this to recenter position every time. So that's I'm gonna swap that back out. And then, yeah. So that's the upper playfield for Hogwarts. So I guess let's get to the point of the stream. Assembly. Drink some water. Alright. So, what I want to do today, I'll switch cams, I guess, here. Okay. So, I guess kind of what I want to start doing is get most of the posts in, start securing stuff from the underside, so targets, any of the mechs. Look at that underside. Like Borg Dog said, definitely not a stern bomb. But it's hopefully it should all just kind of work together, right? It's that easy. The other mech that I don't have assembled that you can see here is the mag rail, which is just a magnet mounted to a linear rail driven by another stepper and belt. I don't have that assembled yet, but I think I need to do that sooner than later because I need those brackets and everything in place to give some rigidity to the playfield. But I guess let's start with posts. I can start with the sling posts, I guess. What do I got for audio? I'm gonna turn on the the room mic as well, so it might be slightly echoey. Let me know if that's too much of a nuisance. But alright. So my lower third, I suppose, I don't know, just start somewhere. I'm trying to remember what all changed in design there. That I have new parts that I gotta put together. Let me see. So here's the old, I believe that has changed. Fairly certain. Let me go see if I can find the other one. Alright. So here's the new one versus the old one. So slightly different. And I also found the other stuffs. So let's see, this is for the right side or left side, I believe. And that is that side. Where does all this go? Let's see. This should be not there. This should be there. So that was changed. That is for there. More or less. This is for there. That's supposed to go there. But I missed a hole. The fun. That should be just a screw up from the bottom. That stuff is going there. I'll have to drill that hole out. This goes here. This here. I'm pretty sure when I redid this that I counted for the hole sizes I needed for the standoffs. This first version I had to drill out the holes for the standoffs because they were too small. I'm getting all the standoffs off of the old one. You probably can't, or you can maybe see that. That's why I have the room camera. I'm almost maybe halfway good at streaming. Alright. There goes in the scrap pile. I would like to dust this off. I guess I'll just use my shirt. Speaking of shirts, ooh, this is the shirt from MGC. Pretty sweet. Brian Allen. Which side is this on? Yeah. Did I not account for the new hole size? That would suck. Kinda seems that way. Maybe? Nope. I got it. We're good. False alarm. These are just kind of a pain in the butt. There we go. I was gonna say, I could have sworn I accounted for that in the changes. They are really a pain in the butt, though. Yeah, it was great to meet you there as well. It's really cool. I like sitting in on the panels. I always have my seemingly go-to question is, were there any happy accidents in the design or things that didn't make the cut? I think that's always fun to kind of push the designer's brain a little bit and see if there's anything that they're super happy made the design after maybe their heart was set on something else. How many more of these do I need? I also need my plastics, which I don't think I'm gonna worry about putting those on just yet because I gotta get the artwork on them, which I still have to order the artwork. These are a pain in the butt. Probably would be better with slightly smaller holes or slightly larger holes. So that goes there. Nope. There. Like that. So I need another 3 of those. Needs to be new. There's one. I guess I can just steal from this other stuff. Maybe. Well, some of it's reusable. on the other side. Goes over here. There you go. And then these can get reused. From the first playfield. Part of the fun of this too, cleaning out the holes, which I haven't really done. I need to do that for some of these. That is not for the line. This one is. There should be one of these here. Yeah, that one's in place. The other ones I need to clean out the holes on. Let's see, this is for new one. Yeah, I should have made the holes bigger. Whoops. Oh well. I could take the time to sit here and drill them out, but I don't want to do that either. If I can manage to get the standoffs in as is, I'll do that. Man, I could have sworn I accounted for that. The next question becomes, do I have to drill them out? Because getting the screw in through there is going to be halfway problematic. Steven, what's up? How's it going? So that would go there. So that's going to be something I'm going to have to do. Probably with all of those. Shoot. Alright, well, I guess I'll skip the lower third, at least the lane dividers and everything for now, until I can drill out the holes for the standoffs a little bit. Trying to figure out the right place to put everything. My whole house is a workshop now. There, that's there. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm super happy with how the artwork turned out. Things are starting to come together. You can kind of see the artwork a little bit. It's really bright there. But super thrilled with how that turned out. Now I'm excited to get to the point where I can actually start assembling things. So, since I can't do what I wanted to there, I mean I can, I just don't want to take the time to drill it now while I'm streaming. And get the posts in place. It's exciting to see this kind of start coming together. Finally. Another hole I need to clean out. I tried to do a lot of prep work before this stream. I didn't have a ton of cleaning stuff out. That way I could just kind of assemble it. But apparently that's not a thing either. Nothing ever goes perfect. What are you gonna do? Let's see. Those ones up there will probably need to be cleaned as well. And I'm probably putting like all these posts in the wrong place anyways. Take it all back apart. Steven, I got to play Princess Bride at MGC. Super fun. We only got one game on it because we got to play it at the end of the show. Because the entire weekend, the line was like, I don't know, 10, 12 people deep. Goran, welcome home. Those over there, I got mini posts, 3 of them there. About commission for what? That hole needs to be cleaned. I need a washer on that. See this post. Mission for a gritty one. Oh, look at you. That'll be cool. I told him at MGC he should do more gritty. And I also said he should do more Star Wars because I got a really cool Vader one from him. Let's see, where does this post go? That one goes there. I got one that threads in there that I gotta clean the hole on. Clean the hole there. Alright. This one should go. That would be pretty sweet. I'm picturing it. That'd be really sweet, actually. Let's see, drop ramp, have that. Have the other ramps. And we'll have this. This gate is supposed to be hidden. That doesn't exist anymore. Alright, so up here, got 2 shorts and a tall. Did he say he would be willing to do it? That's the question. Oh, sweet. That's exciting. I'm excited for you. That'll be sweet. You'll have to send me some of the proofs. If he does them. I'm assuming he probably does. Those have other... Oh, what do we got? I got 4 tall. And I must be out of the shorter ones. Let's see, I can do a tall there and there. So tall one goes there. One goes back there. Oh, sweet. Email. Okay. Disney auction day. Goran, put a limit on yourself. You don't need to buy the entire theme park. Tall there. Short, short, short. So there's 4 shorts there. Tall one there. For now. For now, Goran. Have you bought a monorail car yet? Turn that into like a really cool room in the house or something? All in there. All in there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you told me about that in the window. But you gotta buy a whole car. That would be sweet. 1950s Mark's toy that is wind up Mickey that plays his iPhone. That's cool. Alright. That poster there. I don't have any more. Oh. Must not. Guess I gotta shop. Gotta shop for posts. How many more do I need? I need... Got those 2 there, so I need 1 short there. 1, 2, 3. I gotta buy a lot. So 2, 3. Up here I need 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm good there. I got 7. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need 10 more. I got my 10 of those. I should probably buy 15 just in case. And then, did I use up all the tall ones? 1, 2, 3, 4. I did. I gotta buy more tall ones too. Pinball is super easy. Stuff I thought I accounted for, but my initial order for all my posts and everything was based off the original design. Okay. Whatevs. Alright. Got post there. With a stud out of the top. I haven't used any of those yet. Could be this one. Yep. So I guess I can put that one in, which is good. Guess I can't put that one in because I gotta do a thing. I need to hide stuff. What I need. Guess I can do something different there. Because I think that is just for holding Hagrid's hut in place, which I could accomplish with a normal post. 1032 post now. That'd be enough to get me through the playfield so I can get a nut on the other side of it. But I need to figure out what size drill bit. I really hate having to drill through all this beauty. But it's a necessary evil. Shield your eyes. Okay. Whoa. Dropping stuff. So that goes there. I can get a nut on the underside of that. Perfect. And Hagrid's hut will set over top of that. And then I'll just run a screw through it. Do it that way. That bottom one here, Pretty sure I didn't want to put a rubber on that anyways. And I accomplished the same thing. With one of these. Is that 1032? Yeah, I don't want that. One of these would work. And then same concept, I can just put a thingy through it. Well, it doesn't even need to be a long one. Perfect. Classy Tilt, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so that one and that one. I think one of those will have a 632 tag on. Hard to say. Okay, those are good there. I guess I can tap on top of this. That's 632. We're both 632. Yay. I want to put a silicone washer under this one before I forget. There we go. Okay. That's good there. I forgot to do the wire form for within there. So you can see I did most of the wire forms already. So I got this one here, this one here, this here, and here. It's all mostly brass, except for this one I was able to fit another one that already existed and bend it to my will. But I like the look of brass anyways for this theme. Yeah. This, and I need to bend. More. Like that. Okay. Then get a marker. This one right here. I don't know if this is entirely a necessary wire form here, but something about like that. And then I need a marker. Gorin V1 is, well, I'm calling this V2 because V1 was already assembled. And then I drilled a bunch of holes in it, changed a bunch of stuff, and then made a bunch of changes for V2. But I'm very confident in V2 with all the changes that I made in V1, knowing how that shot and how the shots felt. So everything is designed to the point where it all just goes together. I have everything, except for the posts, but I have everything. It's just a matter of assembly, which is kind of what I'm trying to do with this stream and subsequent streams. I'm thinking over the next week here, I will get most of the main level assembled, and that includes all the mechs on the underside. With a few exceptions, I've got to print a new Whomping Willow disc. I've got a few other things that are being print, and I gotta order a few parts, but I'm getting there. As far as software goes, yes. So I've built the general game structure in MPF. I haven't built modes or anything like that, but I've built it to the point where I have all the handoffs correct between modes, multi-balls, wizard modes, any special modes, stuff like that. I also have my mode starts programmed in too. And carousel selection for modes. So that's all programmed in. And then the whole Flu network is also programmed, because the whole Flu network is kind of its own like closed circuit device that I use to feed the playfield from various spots. So that's all programmed in too. So really the next parts are actually coding the modes, the multi-balls, adding the assets, the video, the audio, putting in scoring. Haven't even touched light shows. But the goal is to have this flippable, probably at its most basic level at Expo. Which means rough code, the first year I want to have programmed with as many assets I can have in there by then. Light show might not even be a thing at that point. Who knows? But I want to have it flippable. Yo, wizard Kyle. Yeah, so that's my goal. And I think I can do it. As long as I don't keep running into situations where I don't have enough posts. This here. Can I clean out that hole? Yeah. Needs to be a bigger drill bit for 1032. 1 sec. I'm gonna do some hole cleaning. Very important that you clean your holes. That's about the one I want. If you don't clean your holes, things don't go in correctly. So what I'm cleaning out of here is a combination of clear coat and wax, mostly clear coat, that through my process of clear coating kind of closed in these holes a bit. Trying to be very careful not to accidentally hit the clear cut with the drill bit. Maddie Maker, I'm sorry if I just now saw your message, but hey, how's it going? Hard to keep track of separate chats between Twitch and YouTube. I have them both up on the same monitor. But Goran's been asking a bunch of stuff in the Twitch chat. YouTube's not too popular, but YouTube has better quality encoders for streaming. So I'm dual streaming to Twitch and YouTube. That way my VODs will just be on YouTube already, and it'll be higher quality. Twitch is kind of like a secondary output for my streaming now. At least until such a point that Twitch starts allowing better encoders like HEVC and AVI and stuff like that. Okay. Cleaned those holes, as should you. Clean your holes. Get the other ones. That's 1, 2. Okay. Switch to the other side. Oh, hi Andrew Goran. Welcome to the channel. I hope you enjoy the content. Hit $5,000 for close-up hole cleaning. Hopefully all the audio and video and all that looks good at both services. I know you'd probably let me know if it wasn't, so. Yeah. I do offer financing if you want to pay $5,000 to see close-up hole cleaning. Hit up my Venmo. Here, I'll bring you over for a free close-up anyways. Make sure, okay. Oh yeah. This is some premium VIP content right here. Check out my only pinballs. I don't know what I'm saying. Alright. Those go there. Let's see how close I can get. Ugh. Oh yeah. Get some hole cleaning action here. Oh yeah. You like what you see? Oh, look at that. Those are good there. Alright, I think that might be all the, oh, one more. Lucky viewers. Oh, yeah. That's good stuff. There we go. Now I'm just kind of gonna blow holes that I just cleaned. Ooh, missed one. Oh. Jeez. Oh yeah, that was a good one. There we go. That's the hot stuff. Alright. I'm gonna go back out of subscriber VIP content here into normal viewer mode. Okay. That will allow me to do more post insertion. But let's get the camera over here. There we go. Marker. Okay. Just gonna mark inside edge of where this is supposed to go in the playfield. There-ish. Then take the very difficult tool to find. These are special wire bending pliers. Not really. Hard to do with my arms elevated. No. There's one. And I find when I bend, it's better to kind of really keep it inside of your bend point. Because in the event that you have to make any adjustments, so I'm going to snip this one. That's the other nice thing about brass, is that with brass, you can just use normal wire cutters to snip it really easily. But it's still like a stiff enough material that I can use for my needs here. These ones up here turned out pretty good. Those turned out pretty good. This one's gonna go here. I'm gonna move the camera back, I guess. Well, you can just range as I hammer this in. Earmuffs. Should be probably good enough. I don't know where all my balls went. There we go. Hey. I like it. And if I look down the hole, not over top of it, because there's a kind of like a buck there. So there you go. That should be all of the wire form stuff for the playfield. What can I do post-wise? What do we got? Where are my mini posts? And 32 minis. There. One. Two. goes there. Huh? Oh, yeah. Boom. So I've got all my mini posts are 1032. Need washers for these adjustable ones. One on that side too. Oh, there's another one. Posts just popping up everywhere. All right. Where else? I think I have one at that point there. Let's check the file. Check the replay. That's not a mini. That's okay. So I got those two there. I got that one there in place. These ones down here are all meant to be adjustable, so that I can figure out the right position. Guess I can start getting those in. Are those all? I think these are supposed to be 832. This one too? Yeah. Do I have 832 minis? $632. 10. Oh. These are, where are these? Oh. Also 1032. Alright, gotta order that too. Excuse me. Well, 1032. So those aren't used. Suppose I could. Oh, what do I need to do here? Guess I can't really do much there because they're all minis that I don't have. Well, let's move on to the full sleeve posts. Evaluate what I got. The lower third I'm pretty much done with post-wise until I can get more. Put those two in. They're both full sleeve. 32. Do I have any more silicone washers? Let's see, what do I got? Got a few. And I've got some right there. Good enough there. Alright. We'll do the normal posty posts. One there. rig. One there. Put a washer on it. Okay. Move up. This one should be a 1032, given its location. And it's got a stud. Hey, thank you for following Impartial. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. If you're new to the channel, this is I'm building my own way to kick you from the channel. Ugh. Banhammer. Do I, for that location, do I need a stud? Don't think I do. Like I could get away with screwing something in there, I guess. Just because. These 1032 are like partial threaded. There you can focus. Yes, you can kind of see on the base, the thread stops like a quarter of an inch up or down, and I don't want that because I have a 1032 nut that it's going in. I need something that's full thread. I have. Not sure I have an immediate solution there either. At least not a full thread. Okay, I'll skip that one. This one should also be a 1032. That'll also need to be a fully threaded one. This one back here, I believe I use as a mounting point for the upper playfield for Hogwarts. So that can be just a normal 832. So rubber, washer on either side. I need fully threaded 1032 for there and there. I need 10 posts. kind of the shorter one, but I'll order 15. I need, I think, a couple of the longer ones. These ones here. Keep going. I have the Playfield again. Alright. So that's all. Those posts. This mini here should be maybe 632. 832, don't have an 832 mini. And right below it is another post. Okay. That's that area. That's that there. But this one here should be 832. No rubber. That goes there. Those are more regular posts. This one back here should be 832 with the rubber. And post-wise, that might be this from here. Uh, 832 with a stud. .832 with a stud. I've got that. On the place right here. There we go. Okay. There. Moving on down. Also for the upper Playfield. That's also just a normal 832. These, I say normal 832, but really what it is, it's just this off. It's just that. Got a short, fully threaded 832 stud on the bottom of it, and that allows me to thread it into the T-nut, which I can for that as well. Oh, stop flipping. So there's the T-nut there, and from underneath, there. That allows me to thread it in there without it sticking out the bottom and getting in the way of other stuff. Focus. But some of these 1032 ones, like I said, so like this is 1032 here, and then if you focus, you can kind of see. Let me flip it so I can actually see what I'm autofocusing. Focus. Focus. There you can maybe see it there. Thread only comes up probably like 3/8 of an inch underneath that nut where that thread stops. And that's problematic because in these holes, don't you flip on me, in these holes, that T-nut comes up, I'd say halfway through the playfield, which means when this is fully threaded in, do that now, just to show. Right there's the end of it, but if you look, it's still sitting up above the playfield. So I've got to order some special 1032 variants of these posts that have a full thread on them. I thought I had done that, but apparently they must not have existed, or I forgot to. We'll have to see what I can find. The post selection is unfortunately or fortunately a little bit better on Marco. So I'll have to search there and see what I can find that has fully threaded 1032. I've got fully threaded minis, bumper, whatever you want to call them. But at the location of that shot, being that it's halfway up the playfield, real close to the flippers, I want a full sleeve on that. And it's got to be 1032 because also the high impact area. That might be about it for the posts. See what I got washer-wise. That's too small. I'd like to get some of those 1032 mini posts anchored in place. Like this guy here. So this one, since I want the adjustability, doesn't go into a T-nut, goes into a slot that I made too wide because I made it for a T-nut. Shouldn't have, whatever. So I want to get a washer here and then a washer underneath, and they've got an extra long thread on them so that I can put a lock nut on from the bottom. Let me go look at my washer supplies. might hold off on those for now too. So I've got the posts in that I could get in. Did I? Did, okay. Let's see, what can I do next? Could get some rails on, I suppose. Yeah, let's move up this way. So everything I already got, I have assembled. That. Got the spade bolt in and the bends. All done. That goes in there. That one goes in there. Got dust all over everything now from drilling. And that'll get put in place right there. Ta-da! It's magic. We get thingies. Hold please. Put everything. Oh, it's right here. Okay. That one's in. I'm not gonna put the ramp in yet because I gotta do some drilling there and get the spinner in, which kind of anchors in underneath it. Those need nuts on the bottom. Probably need washers underneath too, to be honest. So I'll just get the nuts on now to hold them in place. They don't fall out. So, what's next? What do we got? One is rail for the left side there. That will get screwed into place. Let's go around to the other side. I could use a drill to get this anchored in place, but I would much rather do it by hand. So I don't, first of all, don't strip anything out. But also I can do that. Drop screws. That's why I do it. But go. Get a nut on the bottom. Right. Let's go grab another random one. One. Where does it go? It goes right here. And I need before I started the stream today, I have in my CNC toolpath for cutting this playfield, I put in pilot holes for all these screws, just so that the everything kind of screws in the exact location that I designed it to be. So today, before the stream, I went through on my artwork that's on here. There's little tiny circles where those pilot holes are supposed to be, and then I went through with a little punch and just put a punch in the pilot hole. What do we got? The other part of this edge. This goes here. Oh, get some screws in on that. Camera. There we go. Bend on this should be fairly close. Looks like I might need to adjust it a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get all the screws in this right now. I'm gonna try to make a habit of that. I do all of this. Make sure I'm putting the screws in now instead of later. I forgot some. Why do you hate it here? Where's here? If here is Florida and Disney, then I don't want to hear it. Or do you hate it here on YouTube? Okay. Put the nut on it. Go. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. It's starting to look like something. Oh, what do I grab next? Where's this go? This goes here. Like that. It's taking shape before your very eyes. It's like magic. My bends should all be pretty close on this. The only thing that's like a sweeping bend, which is pretty much all of these ball guides here, is all just hand bent to get it close. I was gonna say I could get the Newton ball in there right now, but not gonna worry about it at the moment. This that hole for one of the posts that I don't have. Cool. Alright, keep going. This one goes here. About like that. Okay. Couple screws in. Just screw it. What's up, Lakeland? You've missed the assembly, some of it. It's going very slow, so you haven't missed much. I did at the beginning, and you can watch the VOD later, I suppose. I did at the beginning kind of give an overview of some of my custom mechs that I've assembled so far. So there's that. Aside from that, I've been going through and kind of getting stuff put in here. So I got as many posts put in that I could. I need to buy some more of some certain posts. And now I'm starting to do the ball guides. I already did all the wireform stuff earlier, before the stream. I did one during the stream, but yeah. Other than that, I haven't missed too much. I'm just kind of working on getting the ball guides put in. welcome to the stream. Yeah, so, anything that has like a sweeping bend like this, that was hand bent. Anything where you see like a perfect 90, like down here, that was bent by send cut send. But yeah, sweeping curves I did myself. What did I do? I don't even remember. I think what I did on one of the earlier cuts of this playfield, yeah, this is what I did. On one of the earlier cuts of this playfield, I made a toolpath for the CNC that takes a marker and it just traces the sweep, the bend of everything on here. And then I bent it all before I put down the artwork and the clear coat. So I got everything bent to fit based on what I drew on this playfield with that marker, with the CNC, before I did the artwork. So that way when it comes to assembly, it's just all put it in place. Oh, hold on, chat isn't showing me everything here. There we go. I see you have an up-down guide at the end of those footsteps. You're using a dual wound coil for that. You mean here. I mean, that's what you mean. That is not a dual wound. It's, let me find it. It's this, and in its normal state, it's up. But then I can pull it down when I want to, like that. So this will come through here. It'll take some finagling to get everything to function right. Need a stronger spring on it too. But yeah, it'll be like that. And then I can tuck it down whenever a ball enters the left side of this turnaround here. There. So right here I have an octo pair that'll sense it, and then it'll trigger this to get pulled down at the right moment. So it'll just be momentaneous. Heard right? Momentaneous. Momentary. But that allows the ball to feed into this shot here, which comes around and feeds an upper flipper. Nice, I was thinking of cutting a thin channel on one of my early whitewoods to help with bends. Sorry, I just drank some water. I did that as well. This was whitewood number 1. You can kind of see, maybe you can make it out, right here I took a 16th inch end mill and I just cut a channel to show where my ball guides are supposed to be for the first version. And then it changed a ton, and now I'm to this point. Okay. It'll be held down just for like a few seconds to let the ball pass through when I want it to. Otherwise it'll stay up most of the time. Goran, it is not done yet. Nope, not at all. It's getting there though. I'm getting the ball guides put in. So I'm gonna go grab another one from my pile of wonderment. What do we got? Big money, big money, big money. Blow the sawdust off them all. Yeah. That there goes around the Horcrux area, or the Prophecy Orb. Let's move the camera. Goes right there. Fits like a glove. Put some nuts on it. I'll tighten all these down later. Yeah, a couple seconds should be fine. I have a similar guide which is player controlled, so it can be up or down for extended periods of time. We're going with dual wound for low power. Yeah, I have my whole drop ramp assembly that has stuff that drops down here and over here and in the back. That is all dual wound coils, and that is the mech from Deadpool. Here. You can find these on Marco. So it's just a dual wound coil, and it only actuates like half of an inch, so not a ton. You gotta know where your hinge point is on whatever you're actuating. But that'll work for the drop ramp thingy. Next, oh, I got one right here. Ooh, this big one. Camera. That goes here. I'll have to refine the bends on that at some point. For now, I can screw it in place. Wind Raider, what's up, Joe? Hey. Just swinging in to say hi, looking good, keep up great work. Also, hi, Goran. He's always lurking, you know he's there. Thank you, I appreciate it. Gonna keep chugging away at this so I have it ready for Expo. Oh, this guy. Goran, I hope he gave you a bunch of crud for not being at MGC. You were supposed to fly out last minute, remember? We were waiting to pick you up at the airport. Can't believe you didn't show up. So disappointing. Fine. You guys go play at IAPA. Whatever. What's in there? There. The one back here screws into the rail. I don't think I want to use the same screw for that. Figure that out later. Yes, he got the other item. If that other item is a window, I answered first. Next up, what do we got? From my magical ball guide thing. It's boring. Are you buying Devil? You're buying Devils. Here. What are those two holes for? I don't think they're used. Yep, I forgot to remove those. Whoops. Alright, I'll get the nuts on that and then grab the next thing, this thing. Kind of get that area finished. This one goes there. And this one I don't know why you come in here, Goran. Tell me about a wind up Mickey, but don't tell me about a devil. Like, are you worried about me finding out that you bought a devil? You can tell me anything. There we go. There we go. Okay. My favorite thing to do in November is the window shop with Goran. Window shop with Goran, convince him to get lots of Disney art. Well, duh. You convince him to buy some for you too? In the house. Ooh. Another one that I forgot there. Hold please. There. Put the bunch. Desk. Desk. Hammer. Hey, about Rolly Crump was previously owned by Bob. I don't know those names, but cool. Lecture me. Tell me why. Why should I? No. Whoa. For the rapid song change. Okay. I need 2 nuts. Not tuna, 2 nuts. Billy Crump works on Small World. Oh man, okay. Okay. Toad was a fun one. I'm good with that. I like the pinball Playfield rotisserie. Did you make that yourself? Any regrets or things you would do next time? Good question. Excellent question. I designed it myself, and the intent here is, after a few more refinements, I'm going to post all the files and instructions and links to everything on a Pinside forum so that other people can build it. but it's I'll give you a little overview here. It's all extruded aluminum. And then I've got toggle clamps with custom brackets that I had made at Suncut's End that allow me to mount those to the extruded aluminum. Those hold the hangers in place. Haven't had any issues with them popping out. And then the other thing, this is the part that I need to kind of redesign. This is a latch for like a gate. It doesn't quite fit right. I had to like modify it and it's not the best. The concept here was that you could slide this full assembly in or out based on if it's a wide body or standard body. So I still want to use that concept in here, but instead I'm going to do a custom piece of bent sheet metal that has this in here, a little slot you can drop it in, and then on top there'll be a real thick piece of metal, and then I'll have some slots in it, and then another piece of sheet metal that kind of comes on top of the pin, hold it in place. So the goal is you drop the whole playfield into those brackets that you adjusted the width for based on wide body, standard body. And then you take your top bracket and you slide that in over top of the pin and anchor it in place, tighten the nuts. So that's the redesign on that. I also want to, so I just use some MDF to make little plates for flipper buttons. I want to actually properly design that out of metal with correct spacing. And then I'll put those files on there. What was the other thing I wanted to do? I can't remember. And then on this end, I have, so this is a clamp for hydraulic hoses. So that mounts onto there. It's kind of pretty gaudy, but I can loosen this or tighten it to prevent rotation. It works pretty decent, but I would actually really like to design this so that it has, because this is a keyed shaft here, so I'd like to design a plate with holes all the way around it, or maybe a sprocket edge that can kind of lock in place for the rotation with some mechanism there. I feel like that would be a better way than this, but this works plenty fine. Yeah, turned out super good. Okay, grab more. Well, and the flipper integration is really cool for testing homebrews, but part of that too, and the reason why I designed this, is so that it's pitched at 6.5 degrees when it's sitting in there, so that you can play test it. That was the whole idea behind this. I mean, sure, you could take like a normal rotisserie and set it up on blocks in the back, but this thing just clamps to a table, like a folding table. You can set it at any height that you want. Yeah. More Fall Guys. How is this song in my playlist for what's the name of it? DMCA. How is this in my playlist for DMCA free? This one goes back here. Screwdriver, 2 screws. This is definitely gonna get a flag on YouTube. Although it's instrumental, so it'll still get caught, like the first 2 seconds. Screw it up. Do a punch there too. Oh. I don't want to watch this movie. We're done. I hope you all enjoyed that. Copyrighted music. Thank you, Spotify. Thinking this ball guide might have to come back out when I do the pop bumper because the skirt gotta fit. Or I can't remember if I was gonna trim the skirt. Maybe that's fine. Okay. All in place. A little bit more gun than that. That's better. Post goes in there. Another one. What do we got? Getting lower on ball guides. Where's this one? This goes right to there. With one screw for now, because an opto goes on top of it, or gets screwed in. Okay, that one's there. Let's just go. Goes here. Where's this go? Where does this go? That goes at the entrance to the pops. Goes up here. Where do I keep setting everything? Behind me. There. Something I could have probably done a little bit better for my other ball guides that have these 90-degree tabs on them was put a fillet on the corner. Pronounced fillet, not fillet. So that there's no like super sharp corner being anchored down to the plate. Whatever. This one goes. Let me check out the shooter lane. What's going on with my shooter lane? Where's this ball guide? Where is it? Oh, I know where it's at, I think. Pretty sure it's on top of the fireplace. That's where all ball guides are. Nope, it's under the hammer. That's also where all ball guides are. I may or may not have cut myself a few times messing with ball guides. Hammer. One right there. One there. Got to do those. Screws. Starting to look like a pinball machine. Very exciting. And other one. Oh, camera. Sorry. There we go. There we go. Something different that I could have done for a ball guide here was notch that out. We'll see if it's a problem. Hopefully it's not. Shouldn't be, but time will tell. I know why I missed that hole. There's a hole down here. Fingers in view. Kind of right where my finger is. So when I printed my vinyl, anywhere that there was supposed to be a hole, or a post, or lights, or what have you, it was all colored in solid black. And I did that so that A, I could identify where those holes are, and then cut them out with an X-Acto knife, because this artwork is vinyl, and then it's clear coated over top. And then B, it was black in color so that it didn't like stick out like a sore thumb if I didn't perfectly trim it. Right here, all the surrounding colors are very, very dark green. Missed it. But solution for now. We doing that. And I don't want to really try to avoid drilling it, because I don't want that drill bit to lift the vinyl. So if I got the hole big enough there to where an 832 screw can go through it, I think that would be okay. So that's in place. This one goes here. But I don't want to screw that in place yet either. So that can wait. But now, the big one is the main orbit. Nope. Kind of like that. Let me go grab it. This is also probably dusty. This one was by my fireplace, where all ball guides should be kept by your fireplace. I don't know why. Let's see. That there, there's a hole there. Was there. See a couple other spots where I need to figure out where to punch the hole. Hard to figure out. Fingerprints all over this darn playfield. I think I'd be able to make out a black circle in there, but it's near impossible. Well, I'm gonna get the other parts screwed in for now. Know where they sit? Oh yeah, the other side. Important part is the feed here, the crossing feed. It'll take some fine tuning. More screws. No. Bad screw. Let's get the other side loosely in place. One there too. Got three there that I gotta do. That needs to be trimmed. Ew. door. There we go. Softer pine. I think it's proper. Remember? All this can be tuned and adjusted. Those need the hole punch. This is exciting. Things coming together. It's all roughly in place. Got a few more, got a hole punch. Get bent over once I do the drop ramp. Yeah. Be able to see where the divots are. Let's punch them. That would be something I have to do in the daylight tomorrow. Maybe vent in some. Sure. A little bit of adjustment there so that the balls roll around nicely without rattling. Nailed it. Nope. Really hard to do from the side. There we go. A little bit of adjustment there. Okay. I don't want to roll that ball around on there too much because it's old. Alright, I'll do those other holes. Punch holes tomorrow. I think though, this is probably a good stopping point for today. Good progress. Starting to come together, starting to look like a pinball machine. Really happy with how everything is coming together here. So, have good focus on the top side today. Gotta order some posts so that I can finish my lower third and put in some of the other posts where they need to go. But yeah, exciting stuff. Hopefully y'all enjoyed listening to me mumble on as I worked on this. I appreciate you all hanging out. It's been a fun day. It's exciting to see it come together. Like, finally. I've had all this stuff laying around my house forever, but now it kind of all just gets to go together, and hopefully flawlessly. So far, so good. Well, yeah. Cool. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Whoever tuned in, thanks for the chats. Appreciate the engagement. Until next time, I guess hopefully in this week here, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. I'll stream some more. So yeah, thank you. Have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all.